Our next question, and we will start with Mrs. Mouton. Our next question is, how do you plan to work with law enforcement and the community to address perceived concerns about crime and public safety? Again, how do you plan to work with law enforcement and the community to address perceived concerns about crime and public safety?
Thank you. That's a great question. I have worked with law enforcement. I had a great relationship with the former chief of police, and I have a relationship with the current sitting chief of police. We, during my administration, approved $1.4 million for park improvements. That master plan park improvement was done during my administration. In addition to that, the Real-Time Crime Center. That Real-Time Crime Center has proven to be a great tool to use for safety. So with all of those elements and using that together, I believe it won't be a problem for me to work with law enforcement, to work with the community, and to work with the tools that we have in place right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Paredes.
I think the police are doing a great job, and I will not have a problem working with the new chief. There are a few issues of there was a police officer or a group of police officers injured a man who's sitting in a wheelchair, and that's a $5 to $10 million judgment that the city will have to pay. So I would like to see some reforms, a civilian review board, so that we let our officers know and give the police chief an extra tool to remove officers who are not acting according to our standards. So that's the main thing I would like, a new civilian review board. Also, there's a surveillance center, the Real-Time Crime Center. We need some controls on that so that you know when you're being surveilled. Thank you.
Mr. West.
Well, technology is certainly a force multiplier for our police, and we have been working with them in the last year and a half because the FUSIS system went online in January of '24, and our Real-Time Crime Center opened in July, the physical structure. We have over 5,000 integrated and registered cameras now in the city that the police have access to, as well over 100 license plate reading cameras that are strategically placed around the city. And this has been a force multiplier because it allows our police to be at places where they're not and to be able to see what's happening and before they arrive. So it increases officer safety, and it's already helped solve lots of crime. I think technology from more drones, that currently there are some, but we're looking at being able to bring more online. I think we're going to continue to have force multiplier, and we've got to continue to train and provide our police with the latest in technology.
Time. Mr. Felshaw.
I have and will continue to support our first responders through competitive budgeting, salaries, resourcing, training, equipping, in order to be competitive with our neighboring cities that are constantly trying to hire away our men and women. The second thing is, in order to really address crime in Beaumont, we're going to have to face up to a reality. There has to be a partnership between civic, business, and religious leaders, because the crime that we're facing is a moral issue. You have to understand that you can legislate morality, thou shalt not kill, but you cannot legislate righteousness. That's a condition of the human heart. And so we have to have leadership in our city, civic, business, and religious leaders that will get involved in the next generation and help us to provide them with leadership that has integrity and character and strength, because this is a moral issue. And number three, I will be a strong voice at City Hall advocating for our first responders.
Thank you. Mr. Jones.
I would like to see strengthening amongst many of those individuals that that we've identified actually are criminals, right? One of the things we have to find out is the root to the cause. I mean, as many said, building legislation on this, that, and the other is one thing, but when you have an issue that's plaguing our community, like cost increase and different things like that, as well as loss of insight with our youth, what else are we expecting? There's no real direction. And as a community engaged individual, I see it. It's spoken to me, and they would, as well as our youth, as well as our elders, would like to bridge the intergenerational gaps.